Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Roll the Dice with Dave. I'm your host, Dave Rivera, and today we have a Roll the Dice with Dave Spooktacular special. But before I get started, I just want to let everybody know this is a pre-recorded broadcast. So for today, since we are doing the Spooktacular special, I will be known as Count Davula for the rest of the broadcast. And I'm really excited to have my guest on. We're going to be talking a lot of things Halloween, Halloween meals, Halloween candy, Halloween costumes, and can't have Halloween without the Halloween movies. So we're going to be getting into that. Before I bring out my guest, please, everybody that is checking us out on Facebook and YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button for the video. Share it with your friends so everybody can join in on the happy holiday fun regarding Halloween. And the last thing, consider subscribing to Roll the Dice with Dave on Facebook and on YouTube to get the latest news on guests and topics that we are talking about. So now, without any further hesitation, I want to go ahead and bring out my guest. I have my man Murph back with me. Murph, how are you doing? It's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to be back, man.
And I love it. So people can't see it right now, and I'm going to pull it up in just a second. Because you have Murphinstein.
Yeah, I couldn't have you have Count Davula, and
that is awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah, so I love it because at first I could see it, but I had the little promo thing at the bottom saying introductions. Yeah. But how are you doing, man? I haven't had you on the show in a while. We haven't had a chance just to chit chat. What you been up to, my brother?
Doing really good, man. Been actually having a real job since about the middle of August, and just living life, man. Really enjoying it, and so just trying to take care of the females of the household. So hey, living life.
Yeah, I know how that goes. What is it? Happy wife, happy life, right? So yeah. I know how that all works out. So I know. Your wife, and I know she's going to be joining us here in a little bit. So I'm curious to see if she's going to have a Halloween name when she kind of peeks ahead around the corner. But for Halloween, you guys are pretty big Halloween people, aren't you?
Yeah. That's one of the ones we love. Actually, so when Brienne was still in the womb, we went to our first Mickey's Not So Scary. So that's been 10 years. So I know we've been every year since. And man, and we'd leave out of there because with working at Disney, I met a bunch of people. We would literally leave out of there with 40 pounds of candy. And so, I mean, that was, yeah. And so, we'd weigh it every year. And I think most we got one year was 42 pounds, but we'd average about 35, 36 pounds of candy.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean that was our candy for the year, but unfortunately, Disney is not doing that last year or this year. So it's one of those things that we've had to forego, and hopefully they'll bring it back next year.
I hope so. And it's funny that you mentioned Not So Scary, because I don't know if you remember that year, me, Kat, and the kids. We came down, we met you. We have a picture, all of us, right? We're all the kids are kind of on the street, and they're just kind of. Laying down, right? And that was the first time I want to say I had ever been. We all dressed up as Where's Waldo, the entire family. And you were like, wait till you see the parade, right? You were like, wait, and I think it was the grave diggers. So they have the shovels.
Yep.
That was the coolest thing I think I'd ever seen, where they're dancing with them and they're scraping them and the sparks are flying.
Yeah, I'm getting chills thinking about it, man.
I know, right? So am I. And that was definitely one of my favorite Halloween memories. And, just thinking about it, we had a great time. And we spent more time on the road, now that I think about it, than we did probably because we drove into town. We left the night before we were going to do the the not so scary. So we drove some after everybody got out of school and work and everything. I don't even think we told the kids what we were doing. We were just like, let's go. Cat packed bags for everybody. We started driving down, drove probably about 4 or 5 hours just to hit it. Drove the last 6 hours to get there. Got to the hotel, changed, met you guys. So when you consider our time in Orlando, we were there just a short period of time. Then we hit the road like the next day to go back. But that's one of the best memories I had hanging out with you guys and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because now I do have chills just thinking about it. So now I can't wait to go back and do that. So I'm going to jump into the next little piece called the review. And one of the things that I want to review, and I'll give you a chance to just give us your thoughts on something Halloween-y. For the first time ever, I had a chance to go to Universal Studios and do the Horror Nights. Oh, you're going to pull up a chair? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear because I got headset on, baby. So, yeah, Kat's going to hop on in. Yeah.
All right.
Let me go ahead and see about getting this changed. Let me, instead of the speakers out of, take these off. I'm sorry. No, that's right. Hey, Murph, just so I get a sound check.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me okay, and you can hear me okay, right, babe? All right, cool. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to change things up a little bit on the show tonight. I have my wife, Kathy, joining us for a little Spooktacular special. So we did the Horror Nights for the first time. I know I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it, babe?
I don't like scary stuff. It was a little scary for me. But I mean, it was so fun. The kids had a lot of fun. So I definitely did it for everybody else more than me. But
it is Kat.
It was definitely scary.
What I liked is we got there late. And when I say late, it was probably 8:30, 9 o'clock because Diego had to work. Mm-hmm. So everything was already dark. So for me, it was really cool getting there in the dark and seeing all that stuff. Yeah, versus, I know some people that want to get there at 6 o'clock and everything is still lit up. I just feel it would throw it off for me. So that's my big review. I think people need to go check it out. We did several haunted houses. The Beetlejuice house was probably one of my favorites. Just that goofy fun. Murphinstein, what do you have for us as far as a review for Halloween?
I've actually never done Halloween Horror Nights. So, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. So it's one of those things that, that's something everybody looks forward to every year is Halloween Horror Nights, just because it's just a huge tradition and what people enjoy to do. So I'm definitely not knocking it. I'm not a horror genre person. I get so mad at the movies. I get angry, just the stupidity of they make people seem, but I just not my thing. It's not. I don't mind getting scared. We were actually going to try and go to some. We were going to try and go this weekend to Horror Nights, but it was a $90 ticket. I'm an annual pass holder, and I was like, $90. But there's a place down in Dade City over near Tampa, and they actually have like 3 haunted houses, and then you can shoot zombies with paintballs. And we were going to do that.
Sounds dope.
Yeah,
that sounds dope.
My friend didn't feel well on Friday, so that was something I was thinking about. If we weren't going to bring another friend of ours, I was thinking about Brienne, because you're not getting shot with paintballs; you're shooting people.
You're shooting zombies.
So it's just a great year, and it's in Florida it's not really a transition time yet, for weather, so it's still 90 degrees, but it's
So here's I guess another little review piece I can throw out there. In Florida, you really shouldn't carve a pumpkin until the day before Halloween.
Right.
So Diego and his girlfriend did some pumpkins, about a week ago, son? Yeah, so about a week ago, bro, they're soupy. They have hair growing out.
Yeah.
They're all droopy down.
Yeah.
They probably look more Halloween-y now than ever.
Yeah, right.
But man, they funky. Now they're starting to smell. We finally had to just give up on it. Yeah. I suggested in the future maybe we spray it with lacquer. You know how you would lacquer wood or something like that? Maybe spraying it with lacquer or something. But man, those things look dreadful, bro.
It's funny. You see a lot of painted pumpkins in Florida, and you don't really think about why. But then you're like, oh yeah, what you
That's
just
why.
said. It's yep.
We have 95% humidity and no rain. Those things were, yeah, it looked
Yep.
like pumpkin soup on the inside, and then the hair growing out of it was so nasty.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was awful. But I don't remember it being that bad last year. But I don't think, did we not carve them last year, Ben?
I don't think
We didn't carve. So Diego just said we didn't carve them.
And we bought 2 that we didn't carve, and the little small pie pumpkin one I still had to throw out too, because even without being carved, in a week out in the sun, it's gone.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start getting into here. Let's see. Let me go ahead. All right. We're gonna talk a little about some meal ideas, right? So I guess tonight you could say we're following what it could be on a night, right? So you're gonna eat a little bit dinner. You're gonna put your costumes on. You're gonna go out and pillage for your candy. Then maybe wrap it up with some scary movies. So that's gonna be the little kind of process we flow. And I found this website, and it has some great ideas. But before I get into that, I want to actually turn it over to Kat. Kat, do you want to tell everybody your little idea of what you do for Halloween?
So we used to do dead man meatloaf. So I would make a big meatloaf, but it would look like a man, put lots of red to look like blood, and then we would serve it with a big knife stuck in the middle on the table.
Right out of its chest, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome.
When the kids were real little, we even did it.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, that's true. When they were young, it's always been a favorite. Do you guys do anything, Murph, regarding a special kind of meal or a nice little twist you put on Halloween?
She's gonna pop in here.
No.
Let's go, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie.
You got to have your name, Kat. You got to think about your name. So I'm going to call Murphinstein from now on. I'm Count Davey.
Bride of
You and Kat.
Murphinstein.
Yeah, there you go. Murphinstein's bride.
Murphinstein's bride. So Anne, what do you Murphinstein's bride? You're Frankenstein. So yeah. So Anne-Marie, what is it you get down with as far as maybe nice little twists and turns on your meals for Halloween?
So we would usually we would do like a Halloween dinner, and it was just the 3 of us and maybe Michelle. We would usually do like mummy dogs. We'd always do like little mummy dogs.
Yeah.
Or I would do like a pizza, but we would cut it in the shape of like a pumpkin, like the crust. We would do that for bringing in. Nothing too gross. I've seen like we went to a party once and we did how they make the cinnamon rolls look like guts and make the icing red.
No, I've never seen that, but I've heard it. I bet you it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I bet you it is pretty cool.
So I've seen I had mentioned this earlier in the pre-show, and I'm going to see if I can pop it up on the camera here. I don't know if it's going to pop up. Nah, it's not really doing it. But it's looks like a skull.
That's the charcuterie board you were talking about.
Yeah. So it looks like a skull, and it's got like eyes and stuff. I can't really. It's not showing up, but
it looks like skin with the olive, pimento eyes, and.
Also, what I've seen people do is they'll do like take up like old ripped up jeans, and then have like chicken wings for like the legs, and just like I've seen some. I mean, there's some creative stuff out there. I've actually got chicken wings on the smoker right now.
Dinner at Murph's house.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's just crazy stuff. But mummy dogs are what really, when she said it, popped in my head. What we did a lot because they're easy. You take the crescent dough and just wrap it up, and
it was cute. Yeah, I liked it.
And it's funny you say that because what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here in a second. I'm going to go over to my secondary screen, and everybody should be able to hopefully see that. And that's what's popping up on board right now, right? So this is one of the things that I found on a website. People may want to check it out. I thought this was a pretty cool idea. So I'm going to warn everybody. I don't know all the stuff that I'm going to show because I didn't preview all of the food items, but I thought this was pretty good. Mummy dogs, here we are, right? Is that what you guys were talking about, mummy dogs?
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly
Mustard or ketchup eyes, either one are cool.
So some mummy dogs. Eyeball pasta. I think this is pretty cool. Interesting, innovative, creative right here. Graveyard chicken enchilada dip.
That's cute.
See, but to me, it doesn't look that crazy, right? It doesn't look that crazy to me. Pumpkin soup. Okay, that's just adding the pumpkin there. Yeah. Oh, I like this one. Mummy meatballs.
That looks good.
Try that. Yeah. Mummy meatballs sounds good. I don't know about pumpkin deviled eggs. I'm not a big fan of deviled eggs, period. So I don't know
I'm
about
not a
that
fan
one.
of pumpkins, so
No, it just looks like pumpkin.
Actually, this one looks pretty cool. Pulled pork, right? So
oh yeah.
Minahune sliders. So
That looks like cheese is the teeth. What's the stuff at the top? That looks like
You
a
want
fruit.
pumpkin? Is one
Like
of
the bell peppers.
A bell
bell
pepper
peppers.
nose, but the eyes look like cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, there might be
Colored something.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit
There might be
Loops.
Fruit Loops eyes.
Maybe, yeah.
So Jack. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Jack o'
Jack-o'-lantern
lantern quesadillas. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The Jack o' lantern stuffed peppers. That's another good idea.
Yes, it is.
So actually, this is pretty tame. Nothing too crazy that we've seen.
Yeah.
The Panera Autumn Squash Soup. Like I said, not a big fan of the pumpkin idea, but Frito pie. That was huge in Texas. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not Halloween. I
To
mean,
me, that's not a Halloween thing. That's
no.
to me,
That's
like
like every day.
That's because we lived in Texas, y'all. Other
Yeah.
people don't even know what Frito pie is.
Listen, I food subject, but off the thing. You're talking about Texas. I bought the like the old Monterey like bean burritos or whatever, and I fried them because they used to serve as fried burritos at lunch. And like, oh, dude, I know in West Texas they have a gas station chain that's like out of New Mexico, but it's in West Texas, and they have like a fried burrito place. Man, oh man, fried burritos are so good.
You know, and so I was in West Texas 2 different times, but I only had it I think once or twice, and it's one of those things that I was like, oh man, that's so good. But I knew if I ate it, it was like a heart attack just waiting to happen.
Listen, people, you wouldn't think they're good, but man, they are so good.
They are really good. See, now I feel they're missing the mark. So with this last one, Frito pie, to me, that's a normal everyday meal.
Yeah.
Same thing with the slow cooker red wine beef stew. To me, that's anytime.
Looks delicious.
I wonder if they're doing that for fall. Like maybe it's
because it's like cold weather.
Yeah. Now to me, this could be at Thanksgiving instead of Halloween. The pineapple turkey slider. Pull apart pigs in a blanket. See, to me, pigs in a blanket can go anytime, but I get kind of instead. So now, see, like to me, I feel this is now drifted into fall. Yeah. Oh,
there we go.
This is good. The monster wraps. This is in the vein of Murphinstein, right? So you can call these the Murphinstein monster wrap. Right. So we have that. Ghostly pizza. So that's another play. Oh, I like they have the spiders. Yeah. They took like olives or something and made them into spiders.
Yeah, they cut up little olive legs, and then the big olive is the center.
That's not bad. That's not. Ooh, I like this. Now I like how they did that. It's chicken pot pie. It's a traditional meal, but they made a dough hand, right? A bread hand. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I can get down with that. Mummy meatloafs. There's a little play on it. I like your idea better, or what Kat's done, where the meatloaf's got the knife in the chest.
Yeah.
But that's probably mashed potatoes instead of icing on the top.
Icing, yeah.
It's mashed potatoes.
Yeah, those look like cupcakes.
That's cute.
Snakes and soup. That's a nice little play on that. Anne Marie, because you're a baking aficionado. I bet you can do some really cool stuff. Look, you're shaking your head because you made Sadie's birthday cake
several times.
So I could just imagine what you can do with a Halloween cake or something like that. No,
she could do good. She could.
Oh, I know she could. I know she would kill it. Yeah. Black bean. Oh, okay. So they just did the black bean pumpkin soup, but the spider web. That's not bad. Eyeball pasta, a little play on it. What we saw earlier. This is a dessert.
Melted witch dip.
Oh, that's funny.
It looks like it's made with mint chocolate. Yeah.
Or
not
pistachio.
Everybody's down with that, but hey. And then toxic waste mac and cheese. I don't know about that.
It turned me green.
Yeah. The look of that, I don't know about that one. I don't know about just the look of it doesn't sit right.
The whole point is it's supposed to be a little bit gross to eat.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one. So we're gonna go ahead and move into the next piece. So now everybody's got their belly full, ready to head out and get dressed up. So costume wise, we'll go ahead and start with you guys. What are your plans costume wise for this year?
So Brienne has changed her mind like 4 times. We were gonna do, like she likes Fortnite, the skins or the characters from it.
Yeah.
We're trying to do Drift, but we couldn't get the right size.
Show the mask.
But we ended up going Master Chief.
Yeah, she wanted. She. We were at Spirit Halloween store today, and she found Master Chief because this is what she originally wanted to go as from Fortnite.
I also feel that wasn't that in a movie?
Yeah.
I
think it was in an anime.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but it. Yeah, so that's that. But they didn't have her size, so we're gonna take that back. But then, like she said, she's gonna be Master Chief.
Like Master Chief.
Oh yeah, she wanted to be another one. She wanted to be Bloodsport from Suicide Squad.
Okay.
So,
when you say
yeah.
Master Chief, see, I'm thinking of like Halo. Is that the
Yeah, that's exactly
Master Chief from Halo game?
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, cool. How about you and Ann? You guys are
I'm going as a guy with a job. Since I've been working that night.
How about Ann? How about the bride of Murphinstein? What's she gonna be this year?
I usually try to coordinate with Brienne, and I'll wear a t-shirt because I didn't have time to like get like a legit costume. I'll usually like wear a headband. You know,
we were talking about it, and we really didn't follow through because we were like, oh yeah, man, we should be the Squid Games, but not the players, but the like the workers. So we were all thinking of the pink jumpsuits. That's actually Murph and I were talking about it before the start. That's like the costume a lot of people are trying to get into. Another one that came up when I looked up popular Halloween costumes for 2021. Do you guys remember when Kim Kardashian dressed in like that full black suit with
for the
a really popular one that's come up. How about you, Kat? Do you plan on dressing up for Halloween?
I don't know. We've dressed up as lots of things over the years. When the kids were little, we did the Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Minnie Mouse dress I wear every year for the Spirit Week at school when they do Disney. You've been the Tin Man.
Oh, that's
so we
right.
Still have that costume.
That's right. I forgot.
At the time, said he was little and was Dorothy. We've been lots of superheroes.
Yeah.
Well, you remember that one year I dressed up as a ballerina sumo wrestler, or
we had a blow up.
Right. Yeah, we had blow up outfits. That was actually a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of some of the other.
We've been Egyptian.
That's right. We were Egyptians. And the cool thing about when I dressed up, what was that, like King Tut? Like I don't have to worry about makeup because I can just walk.
You get an olive complexion.
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about that aspect being King Tut. What are some other ones? We've never really done anything. Oh, you know what? I take it back. I think our best costume idea that we ever did, I was Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer, and she was a vampire. So when we did that, when we were in Greenville, when that movie came out.
That's fun.
Yes.
That's cute. I like that one.
Have you guys ever done couple costume kind of ideas?
We went. She did. When I mentioned Not So Scary, her first time, she went as a cat. It's funny because now Brienne's obsessed with cats, so she's kind of foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
Not like we just like she said, we'll throw a t-shirt on, man. I'm a big guy, so it's hard to find like costumes for a big guy that are that you don't have to actually spend time thinking about.
Yeah. No.
So and like it's really I've missed thinking about it. I've missed a lot of Halloweens just because of work, and then with this one being on a Sunday, they it's going to make for a short Halloween trick or treat time. I think.
Are they adjusting when they're having kids trick or treat this year?
No.
There's been talk. Okay. There's been talk. I know that last year it was big, and they talked about like a petition doing like making Halloween the last Saturday of October.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it's always on a Saturday, and you know when it's coming. But how
traditionalists, they don't want to give up the 31st. Traditionalists,
right?
Yeah, actually, I don't think that would be a bad idea. And I've actually been considering, especially for my first class of the day, not like figuring out something so students don't have to worry about rolling in that Monday. Because I know attendance, ECU was just, it didn't matter when Halloween. I remember the ECU flipped the bus over Halloween that one year.
Yeah.
You guys remember that when they flipped the bus? I mean,
No, I remember reading about it. I don't think we were there when it happened.
okay, because we were still there. I think we were still there. And I was like, what
it's
the hell?
not surprising, man. ECU loved to party.
And who would have thought, right? A small town in Eastern, I say town because everything to me is a town pretty much coming from New York. A small town in Eastern North Carolina being such a hot spot for Halloween chaos. So,
right.
Another popular costume set, or what they're saying they think they're going to see popular this year, is Wanda and Vision. Because of the series, which I think that would be pretty cool to see. And I think those. So another one on the site going as either Richard Brand, Jeff Bezos, or who's the other one trying to rush into space?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. So going as a space-seeking billionaire, they think it's going to be pretty popular. Squid Game. They're predicting Padme and Anakin because of all the memes that have been coming out for those two.
Okay,
They're predicting that might be a popular one as far as for couples. And Megan Fox and MGK. If that was the only option I had for Halloween, I would never dress up as MGK.
Are they going to throw the club thumb on what's
I don't know, man. Yeah. So Diego, his thumb is very similar to Megan Fox. Yeah, I was messing with him the other day. I was like, man, you and Megan Fox have the same kind of thumb. I was giving him a hard time about it. James Bond, they think is going to be popular with the movie come out. Guys just dressing up in the tuxedo.
And it's the last one of Daniel Craig.
This one I thought would be great. And I was like, ooh, I might have to look at doing this because I do have a sweatsuit. I just have to get the mud sash. Ted Lasso. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Oh, yeah.
TV. They're predicting that that's going to be a popular one. Just get a visor, basically like a tracksuit, get a thick old mustache going, and you could be Ted Lasso. So those were the costumes that they're thinking. I know I always get thrown off with kids' costumes. As our kids have gotten older, I see some kids and I'm like, oh, is that the popular thing now? I think last year I saw a lot of Paw Patrol, little kids. That's something I just haven't seen in a while.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
So, but I hope Brienne has a good time going as Master Chief. Right. I hope she gets a good bounty of the next topic. And this is always a good topic, I think, the kids like talking about. And I think we're going to have some debate, and I think I'm going to have some haters on this next one when I talk about candy, because one of my favorites is always listed as one of the worst, but I absolutely love it. To me, there is no better Halloween candy corn.
Told you.
So,
it's good.
are you guys candy corn people too?
I don't. She likes it. I don't hate it by any means. It's not one of those I'll go out of my way and get, but it's I don't hate it. It's candy. It's sugar.
Kat, are you a candy corn person?
No. I buy it every year.
I eat the hell out of it.
I mean, I'm a chocolate person, so it doesn't have chocolate on it. I'm not that interested.
Yeah.
Also, don't they have the candy corn pumpkins too?
I love those. Yeah, the ones in the shape of the pumpkin. And even though they taste exactly the same, I eat those first.
Their texture's a little different because they're a different shape.
Yeah. There's something about it's a little candy corn pumpkin. There's something about that one. I eat that one first. I absolutely love that one. But I did pull up a list of the worst candies. So one is anything black licorice, which I also love black licorice. So I like two. Actually, I like a lot of these that are on the worst candies list.
Okay.
Black licorice, Good and Plenty's. I love Good and Plenty, but that's like licorice.
Well,
except it has that coating.
Yeah. So I can't do Good and Plenty's. I was thinking of Dots. Dots are my favorite. Like I love Dots. Okay,
I bet you that's going to be one of the more popular ones. Tootsie Rolls was considered one of the worst.
Some people love Tootsie Rolls. So
I like the flavored Tootsie Rolls. I don't like the originals. I like the vanilla and the lemon and the
the flavored.
The flavored ones are really good.
Mary Jane's.
It sounds familiar.
I'm trying to. I think it's a little in a wrapped one. It's got like an orange or a yellow and a black.
I brought my phone in here.
But yeah, I don't think I get down on Mary Jane's.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Wax Coke bottles.
I like
They,
those.
they still make
They
those?
still make those.
Yeah, they still make those.
Yeah, you can go
And
to
I
a
wanna
candy store
say-
and get them.
I want to say, Diego, you get down on those, don't you? Or is it Pablo? It's the little wax one you just kind of bite
Yeah,
off.
you bite off and drink the liquid. Yeah,
Yeah. Necco
I would
wafers.
do that.
See, I'm not big on the Necco
That's-
wafers.
This is
Necco, nah.
Yeah, that's what
like,
I thought. So it's a yellow and red wrapper. It almost looks like a Tootsie Roll style. You pull it open and
Made
pull
with
out the
molasses and
Yeah,
peanut butter.
that's like at home communion.
the Necco wafers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, didn't she
Oh,
use those to
practice.
put this when she practiced? That's what she used.
And lots of people like Smarties. That's another one that's on the bad list.
So
That's
Smarties is
Brienne's
on the list. I
absolute
love
favorite. Brienne loves Smarties.
Smarties are good. I like them, and I like just opening up the whole package and kind of just woofing Smarties down in a whole package. Peanut butter kisses. See, and that's not a Reese's peanut butter cup. I don't think. I'm trying to
Right.
think. Because
I
it
don't
even
remember
says
them
says they're
having
not
peanut butter in kisses.
Reese's peanut butter
Yeah,
cup. They're not Hershey's Kisses. It's just it's made in the essence of like a Mary Jane, and it's called a peanut
Okay.
butter kiss.
Huh.
Oh, here's another one I like: Circus peanuts.
I haven't had them in years, but I actually don't
Oh,
mind
no.
those either. But it
No.
wouldn't be my first choice.
I love
Those-
circus
the
peanuts.
orange,
Yeah,
like marshmallows.
I've never had one. I've never
What?
had one. I've seen them.
Oh, they're delicious. I
Okay,
absolutely
we gotta
love
go
them.
to the candy store next time y'all come to St. Augustine.
Okay, I've never had. But I'm weird. I like Chico sticks and licorice and crap like that.
Mm.
So I'm
Yeah,
weird.
so here's what's funny: the number one dislike candy of Halloween is candy corn, but I absolutely love candy corn. So now here are the top 10.
Oh, peanut butter
favorite
kisses are those they come in orange or black wrapping.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So it's funny because here when you look at it, it says Hispanic candy peanut butter.
It's
And I'm like, I know what they are, but I don't eat them. And
yeah.
I'm Latino and I don't get down with those. Yeah. So here's one of the top 10. Number 10 was Nerds, as some of the
Yeah, I
most-
love
Yeah.
this nerds.
in the essence of Bart Simpson. You better not lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
I give her.
See, I'm not big on those.
I love
Yeah.
peanut butter, and it's probably one of my least favorite peanut butter ones.
Let's look at it.
Just a regular Hershey's chocolate bar. They
Nah,
also
I'm
sell
not
the
a
cookies and
Hershey's
cream
chocolate,
version.
man. It's got a tang to it. I'm just not.
You're not big on it. I like the
No.
cookies and cream. The kids love them too. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
so let's see. Then we have Twix. You love
Yeah.
Twix.
Twix
Are
is
you
probably
a
my
left-
second favorite candy.
Are you a left or a right Twixer?
Left.
Look at. So I'm guessing, and then that makes her the right
Yeah,
Twixer.
she's it.
So here's a random question: are you a drum or a flat?
I like the flats.
I like the flats too.
See, and I'm a drum. So Anne Marie, that means you have to be a drum.
Okay.
Are you a flat too?
No, I just want chicken wings.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
care.
Oh, she doesn't care. Okay.
the
Yeah,
drums.
chicken
The
wings,
drums to me
okay.
have more meat. The drums to me have more meat, but I can. If I have flats, I could.
You could just go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta have the drum, and I guess that's why it works. That Kat and I are married. She eats all the flats. I eat all the drums.
Yeah.
Kit Kats. In that
that's my
top
number
10.
one favorite candy.
Yeah, you said that's your number one favorite.
Number one is Kit Kat, and then 2 is Twix.
Oh wow! See, and they're lower on the list. They're 7 and 6. I thought they would have been more popular because I love them
Yeah.
both. Sour Patch Kids.
I don't like.
Yeah, I
sour
mean, I like gummy snacks. Sour Patch Kids, I could. It's take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. We have Snickers. Snickers is another one I like
love
to eat.
Snickers.
Skittles is number 3.
And actually, if I'm doing Skittles, I want to do the like wild berry and tropical packs, the blue,
Not the
and
original?
blue and purple, more than the original by far.
So I heard, and
I like the sour Skittles.
maybe you guys could confirm,
Yeah, I don't like sour candy.
but I heard the original Skittles. It's all the same. The way they trick you into thinking is different flavors is by the scent of they put on the different color.
No, they taste different.
Yeah, but you're smelling.
I've heard that too, Dave. I've heard that too. No, to me,
look it up. People look it up.
I've heard it too.
A Skittle is a Skittle.
No.
It's the smell of the Skittle that tricks people's mind into thinking they're getting a different flavor.
I don't believe it.
I'm just saying, and I believe it. M&M's number 2.
M&M's are good if they have peanut butter in them. They're really good. So number 1's not going to surprise you very much.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is number 1. I like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, but it has to be cool. Like I like it either frozen or refrigerated. I prefer that.
I actually do like them that way too.
So I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I do, but my favorite Reese's are the Reese's Eggs from Easter.
Yes.
Because the different shapes.
So here you go. Skittles have different fragrances and different colors, but they all taste exactly the same.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like Anne's shaking her head no. She's like no.
Yeah.
But that's what I had heard, man. That they trick people into thinking.
Yeah, it's.
So
I don't care. I'm just happy to have Skittles.
You and Kat are going to stick to it, right? It's different flavors, and we're going to stick to it. So, all right, next we're going to jump into some movie conversation, and this is where I think Anne's expertise is really gonna come up. So, I'm going to start going down a list of movies that they're recommending now, and they say that these are either classics or should be considered new classics of Halloween movies. Now, Diego and I already had a discussion about it. Some of them we disagreed on. So the first one that it says should be a new classic is the movie Us. I don't know if you saw it.
Is that the
one that's like a parallel? It's the one by what is it?
Jordan Peele.
The guy from Key and Peele. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Diego doesn't feel it's a Halloween movie.
It's more. It looked like more of like a psychological thriller. I haven't seen it, but it looked interesting.
It's good. It's
I like
good.
the actors. The actors look awesome.
I don't think Kat saw it. I don't think Kat.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't like scary movies.
Well, the premise. I haven't seen it. This is just me, just my thought into the wind here. Is just that it didn't seem like it had to be. It was just like she said, a psychological thriller. It wasn't based around Halloween. It wasn't. It wasn't just saying we're doing this because we're going to get a Scream, a Halloween movie. But it's one of those things you can watch every
now and then. Yeah. So actually,
yeah.
I want to switch this up. Instead of running through this list, I want to start with Anne. Anne, what are your like go-to Halloween movies?
One of the first Halloween movies I consider scary to me, and I still can't watch it because I'm a wuss. It's 2. So Nightmare on Elm Street. To me is classic. I know now I look at it, you can like if it's on and they haven't edited like the cheesy parts out, like when you fall down the stairs, you can see the mattress, things like that. But back in the day when I was little watching that, I watched it like this, and anytime they would sing that freaking song, like even now I can't hear the song.
Just
shut up!
And here's what's crazy. I remember that easier than the original nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
That and Child's Play. That damn Chucky doll.
Yeah, Chucky?
No, dude, she cannot do Chucky at all.
Yeah.
Like even seeing Chucky like in a store, she's like, nope.
Let me tell you, Sophia has started writing scary movie short story horror movie. Okay, she is scaring me. Hopefully she can turn that into a productive career because her little shorts are scaring me.
Maybe she'll be the next or actually not the next, but the improved version of Stephen King coming out and be the queen of horror. But that's interesting. So you say A Nightmare on Elm Street, which I remember that movie so clearly. I don't think I slept well for a year after seeing that movie. Because I'm going to be honest, I was never terrified of like Jason, right? Jason, because it was, okay, I can do something I feel to defend myself, even though he was supposed to be super strong and can't be killed.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is another one. And those are probably my favorites. The original Halloween and Halloween 2. Those are my absolute go-tos for Halloween. Now, the two new ones that have come out, I have really enjoyed those. Have you seen them?
The new Halloween.
So the new Halloween, I really liked it, but then I recently saw Halloween Kills, and I really liked it. A lot of people think it's cheesy, so I'm going to go ahead and say this: do you guys plan on watching it anytime soon?
Not anytime soon, but I'm sure we will.
Well, I'm gonna give a little spoiler
for
alert for anybody. A little spoiler alert. There's two scenes in that movie that I absolutely love. One, the entire town tricks Michael Myers to this spot, and then they start to beat the living shit out of him. And I just thought that was so dope because, he thinks, here, I'm going to kill another girl. Yeah, here it goes. It's on. Gets there. She got his mask, ran, dropped it in the middle of the road. He picks it up, and all the townspeople are there. Here comes a car. They ambush him. They just beat the living crap out of them. So that's kind of a spoiler alert piece there. Here's the other spoiler alert. Fool gets up, right? What a surprise. But then whoops everybody's ass, right? And that scene, we were like, yeah, we're cheering. To me, that I just thought it was so cool because the way Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis described it, she's like, he can't be killed, he can't be stopped because he's fueled by fear. And that's not one that I was ever really totally terrified of, but I love the movies. Loomis, right? The character of Loomis on this constant hunt, trying to kill Michael Myers, telling everybody he's pure evil. Those two to me, those are must watch. Now I feel I have four: the original Halloween, Halloween 2, then the remake or the kind of the rebooting of the Halloween series, and now Halloween Kills. I'm like, that's a must. The other ones, there are some other ones here and there that I could get into. But Kat, do you have any Halloween? Oh, and Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah,
Hocus Pocus is a must.
Family fun one.
Yeah, that's
Hocus
the family friendly one.
My brother was babysitting me when I was 7, and he snuck me down the street so he could watch a Jason movie. I don't even remember which one, because since then Sophie and I have tried to rewatch from the beginning, and they were horribly cheesy in the beginning. But it was one that he actually had a mask on, which the first few he doesn't. But I was so scared that I slept on the floor of my mother's bedroom for a month. She had to sit on the toilet for me to take a shower. I was petrified. Finally, she kicked me out and told me to go to my brother's room, but he didn't have any lights on except for his little red alarm clock, and I couldn't do it. So I finally went back to my bedroom with a nightlight on, but petrified me. Hated that movie.
How about you, Murph? You got any Halloween classics?
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yes,
yes.
yes. And I'm gonna throw this out. A little Casper.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't even get me started, dude. Don't even go there.
No way. Check it out.
Bucky's, dude. She went on a road trip. She went to Grand Rapids last week, and she stopped the couple of Bucky's. She got Halloween Bucky stuff. She got Christmas Bucky stuff.
No one told me Bucky's had holiday merch. I went.
Oh yeah.
We looked at pajamas from there. We didn't
for
do
Christmas.
it.
We haven't done it, but we're probably gonna pull the trigger on some Christmas ones. But
They had a Bucky's onesie.
Yeah.
They didn't have my size.
But yeah, I would say Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and trying to think, what do we watch at Halloween?
Well, we watched Hocus Pocus. That's
Hocus Pocus. So yeah.
Well, now I'm going to run through just some of these of the list that you can tell me if you think it's a Halloween style or not. So Silence of the Lambs was on the list, and to me, that's not a Halloween type movie. I don't know how that made that list.
I guess
it's more of a psychological thriller too.
Right.
Let's see. Night Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Some people argue, right? So, but I think that's definitely a Halloween flick. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Paranormal Activity. See, I'm torn with that one. I don't think it's a Halloween type movie. I get if somebody's like, oh, it's
scary
demons and right, but I don't see it as Halloween-y.
Yeah, no. Hey. Especially as I mean, you guys have, haunted tours year round,
Yeah. So that's more in that essence.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys about this one, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. because everybody like dresses up, they go to the theater,
Right,
and
yeah.
do all that stuff.
Yeah,
But in
they
my
can just
mind,
bring out
it
their
never,
cross-dressing any day of the year. I mean,
yeah, but to me, it never seemed like a
Yeah.
Halloween flick. But I know they do a lot of it at Halloween time.
right.
Well, I think that's because people put Halloween and scary together.
Maybe,
Yeah.
because Carrie, to me, I don't consider that a Halloween movie. Ghostbusters, I would say yes.
Yeah.
I think that's more of the fun one. Edward Scissorhands made the list, and I was disappointed because I thought Edward Scissorhands took place closer to Christmas than it did
Right.
Halloween.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm mistaken. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Anything that has scary side, they're putting with Halloween.
So, Get Out made the list. Beetlejuice made the list. See, but I don't think that's Halloween type. And I'm going to throw this one out. Anne's favorite, Child's Play, made the list. All right. So let's see. Halloween Town is another good one that I think is a good fun
family.
I forgot about that one. I'm disappointed because the actual 1978 Halloween only made it to number 11. That should be like in the top 3.
Yeah, it should be up there.
The Shining to me is not a Halloween movie. With
it is
Jack
super
Nicholson.
Creepy. I tried to read the book and had to stop.
See, Friday the 13th. To me, Friday the 13th can fit into it.
I guess because he wears a mask,
maybe.
but it didn't happen on Halloween either.
It was actually in the summer.
Yeah.
Summertime. How about Haunted Mansion, the movie with Eddie Murphy? That's coming in at like number 8.
Yeah. Wow.
This is just families looking for something that's
yeah.
scary.
So. Nightmare on Elm Street is on the list, and I agree with that. Rosemary's Baby, I guess, could be. Hocus Pocus is on the list.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Omen is on the list. Addams Family, anything Addams Family related. Great Pumpkin came in at number 2. Good call on that one, Murph. And number 1, which I do not get at all, because to me, I don't see this as a Halloween movie, but I guess some people do.
Do they go trick-or-treating in one of them?
It actually takes place for Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
Right?
Because the mask. I remember when the mask got big. Everybody's wearing that long. I think I even
screamer. Yeah. So
it was in '96 when that came out, and it was like Halloween was big, but it wasn't like celebrated from what I remember. And then like around that time, it like got an upswing. It like changed the rules of horror rules and like films and things like that. So yeah,
that's true. And I have this other little side piece, and I don't know, are you guys Netflix people?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you checked this out, right? Because I want to pivot to some of the things that are on Netflix. I haven't seen it. I don't know if you guys have, but I heard it's amazing, so I want to start checking it out. The Vampires vs. the Bronx, I think is what it's called. A bunch of Afro-Latino kids, Goonies style. They're in the Bronx, and there's vampires in the Bronx. Some of my colleagues have said it's awesome, great series.
I saw the comment on the post earlier on Facebook that somebody had said.
So Lorna had mentioned it, and I've heard it from several people. When she added that, I was like, you know what, I got to mention this because there's got to be something to it. Diego, Jenna, have either of you checked out Vampires vs. the Bronx or In the Bronx? No. So,
guess I know what we're watching for dinner.
But I'm gonna have to check it out because I've heard nothing but great things, and that it's done in the essence of the Goonies.
Okay.
So,
and I love the Goonies.
So I'm gonna run down this list. These are the top they're saying horror Halloween type movies that are on Netflix that people can check out. Sinister with Ethan Hawke. I don't think I've even seen it.
It's from 2012, so it's old.
Yeah. Never seen it. How about Hereditary? Or Hereditary?
Yeah. I couldn't make it all the way through. It was weird to me. It was weird. I didn't make it all the way through. There's like some, I don't know, I just can't explain it. It's just.
Okay. His House. I'm 0 for 3. Haven't heard or seen any of these.
Oh, you haven't seen His House?
Mm-mm.
Diego, didn't we watch that the other night? Yeah, okay.
What was that?
I grade my papers in lesson plan at the kitchen table, which is by the TV. So I accidentally see all the scary stuff I don't want to see.
So I'm 0 for 3. Now here's number 4, The Strangers. I haven't seen that one either.
From 2008.
Yeah. Is that Liv Tyler, right?
It says Brian Bertino's Home Invasion Horror. So I don't know, but I'm 0 for 4. The Woman in Black with Harry Potter. What's the dude's name?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. But I heard that's a good movie, but I haven't seen that one either. Didn't they have something at Horror Nights revolving around the Woman in Black, or was it the other Netflix series?
It's another Netflix
The Haunting
series.
on-
The Haunting on
or something?
Haunting Hill.
Oh, House on Haunted Hill.
Haunting Hill.
So I'm 0 for 5. Of course, they got to have Halloween. So Halloween is on Netflix right now. Everybody go check it out. 1978 with the original screamer, Jamie
What's
Lee
funny,
Curtis.
and not to give too much away about the new one, but when you look back in the original, only like a couple people died.
Yeah, there wasn't that many. Not that it makes
Like,
it
was
better.
horrible to us, but
I think it
only
was
a few
like
people
3 or
died.
4. Yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4. Where they say in this last one, like his body count is supposed to be like
yeah,
130
you have to
something.
say that. That tells too much.
The Blair Witch Project. Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you consider that a Halloween movie? I
I
guess it could be, but to me, that's a little stretch.
think it's one of those, it could be. I don't consider it one, but it definitely could be.
Definitely bad filmography. Maybe
No,
Yeah.
but
like watching it.
it's made to
But
be
the
like the
new
old
one
VHS one.
was scarier.
The newer one was scarier. The second
was
one,
it?
It's like her brother tries to go find her. It's scarier than the original.
Okay. You know what movie had great potential, and actually it was filmed here in Central Florida. Great potential of being a good horror movie, and then really fell flat on its face. Jeepers Creepers.
I would agree with you there. It did have potential. It
Yeah.
did have potential.
Like, and it's funny because they actually filmed it right outside of Claremont, which is 30 miles from here or whatever. But and like where they filmed it at is nothing but houses now. But like, you started out like, man, this is gonna be like good. This is and then it was just like,
and then it just fell on its face.
Like,
Yeah. How about the Candyman? See, now to me, that's a Halloween flick. To me,
Yeah,
that's
Candyman is
Thinking about
definitely.
the original.
and I'm talking about the original. I'm not talking about the
Yeah,
remake.
yeah.
I'm talking about the original.
Okay. I was like,
The
that
one
was,
made
that
in
was
1992.
Candyman.
yeah.
Candyman.
Shut up! My God.
Insidious.
Why does it sound familiar?
Is that the one with
Is that the one from that? What is it? The Annabelle universe or whatever it is? Part of that.
Is the one with the creepy kid. It's also
That narrowed it
playing
down.
the demon hiding behind the big red door.
Oh, it's from the Conjuring universe.
Oh, okay.
So, this one, The Descent. I remember that movie,
Oh,
but I wouldn't
love
say that that's a
one.
Halloween.
Yeah,
movie.
I wouldn't say it's a Halloween one. I mean, they're spelunking.
But that's a
Yeah.
badass
Yeah.
one. Oh,
So-
sorry.
And those were the ones they recommended. I think. Oh no, here's another one. Annihilation. Definitely not a Halloween movie to me. The one with she was in the
Natalie
1, 2,
Portman.
and 3. Natalie Portman. Yes. Does this say her name?
Yes, that's
Oh,
Portman.
yeah,
yeah,
Yes, yes.
So yeah, Natalie Portman is in it. To me, that's not a
You know, I
Halloween
didn't
movie.
know anyone famous. That's funny.
Never heard of this next one. Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
See, but see, I don't like the supernatural element of things like that, like like demons and possessions. I was raised Catholic, okay? That freaks me out because like in the back of my mind, I'm just like
I'm praying
Yeah.
for them. I'm praying for them.
yeah. I'm like,
Now, so Ann, I'm going to ask it. Do you think it's because we're Latino and we grew up with so much
Yes.
of
the Kukui
Right?
and like
the supernatural in our life? They're like, hey,
La
Don't
Llorona
play.
and all that stuff. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Theo Jorge is sitting in the corner. You can't.
Yes.
You know, it's like, is that because I remember growing up and hearing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I'm like, man, my family
Yeah.
crazy, but
Yeah.
maybe that's a part of it. So now here's the second movie, The Conjuring. That whole Conjuring universe is coming up. So that's in the realm of Annabelle. So that's one that they say is a good Halloween flick to check out. Let's see, Under the Shadow. Never heard of it.
Heard of that one.
It's basically, it says it's Iran's answer to like the Boogeyman, the Babadook.
Okay.
Now I want to check it out. I'm big on the different cultures' ideas of the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
You know, because we have
Yeah.
the Cocoon, you know what I mean, the Boogeyman, all of that stuff.
Baba
There
Yaga.
was a series on HBO done by Stephen King, and it revolved around the Kukui. and it's really good. And I can't remember what it's called now, but it was a great show. Here's another one, Shaun of the Dead. To me, that's funny. Have you guys seen that? To me, that's
No.
That is such funny. That's funny horror. I could see that fitting in. Veronica, didn't see it.
First released in 2017.
Yeah. The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
That's Halloween.
It says they went to a cabin in the woods for the holiday. It doesn't say what holiday.
Well, when people say holiday, they mean like Christmas, but.
Well, it could depend on what country it's from. Holiday could just be vacation.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Creep. Never heard of that one either. Let's see. Crawl. To me, that is not a Halloween movie. I don't know if you guys saw Crawl about the alligators.
Yeah.
Well, the alligators in the hurricane. To me, that's almost like a spoof on Floridians' lifestyle with alligator, right? Because I don't know any Floridian that would be bent out of shape at the idea of a hurricane and there's some alligators swimming around. Right? It'd have to be a Category 5 and a 50-foot alligator, I think. And even a Category 5 may be like whatever. Okay, so this movie was absolute trash. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Do you guys remember that? That the mask, you put it on, it would possess you. Had nothing to do with Michael Myers. Trash.
Yeah, it was like in the TV, like
Smoking.
It was garbage. And actually, all 5 of the first Halloweens are on Netflix right now. Crimson Peak is another one.
I like that
Never
one.
saw that. So that kind of wraps up what they're saying you should go check out on Netflix with regard to some Halloween stuff. Some we saw, some we haven't, some I don't care to even look at because I don't even think they're Halloween movies. So, but we're getting ready to wrap up. Last kind of things. So we'll start with Murphinstein. Murph, any thoughts, final thoughts you want to give on the Rant and Rave with Dave as we wrap up this little Halloween spooktacular on Roll the Dice?
Man, I hope this Halloween. Unfortunately, I won't be around to see it, but I hope we start to get back to normal and back to doing things like how, not to say it was in the past, but how keep that tradition going and without many restrictions anymore. Having how people are having more fun and having a good time. I can't wait to see that again. That's the biggest thing, and hopefully we can get some sort of normalcy starting with this.
Yes, I agree. Kat, any last things that you want to add about Halloween?
No, just looking forward to seeing all the kids' costumes when they come by.
That's what I'm looking forward to. And, the Bride of Murphinstein. And I guess that makes you what is it? What is Count Dracula's wife? The Bride of Dracula? You're the Bride of Davula. Yeah. And what you got? Final thoughts?
No, I just hope all the kids have fun, and I'm looking forward to. Nowadays we just live the holidays through Brienne mainly. Just whatever kick she gets out of it, we get kick out of it too. So it's just funny seeing her, get candy and be silly with her friends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Everybody, we don't go with our kids anymore.
Our kids are too cool. They're too cool to be with us now. So. And
thinking of changes in times, though, when we were kids, do you remember going to people's houses and then getting like homemade cookies and candied apples? You would never do that now. If someone gave your kid a homemade something, you'd be like, let's go that way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Changing times.
I'm kind of disappointed that finding weed in your Halloween candies and
weed in your brownies.
Ain't nobody giving that stuff up, man. Nobody's giving up there.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But it's so true. I guess my thing is a couple of things. Just for some people dressing up, just maybe be a little conscious. Not everybody's culture is a costume, and just know that some people may take it a little personally. But I also want people to go out, have a good time. I'm looking forward to being that guy, right? So if you, when I say that guy, we're giving out full-size candy bars again this year. We went out and did it. So I'm actually really excited for the to see the kids' faces when they get to grab a full-size candy bar off of the table.
Yeah.
We might take
Just
a
to
page
bring
out
some
of
happiness, to think about it. I mentioned it in church today. We are 5 months from 2 years when we kind of shut things down on March of 2020. That feeling of almost going into 2 years. We're 5 months away from March of 2022. It'll be 2 years that we've been dealing with this at that point. Hopefully we'll be even farther along, but I just want everybody to have a good time, smile, have some fun, and enjoy each other's company again. So
yeah, absolutely.
So that's all we got for today's show. Hopefully everybody enjoys it. I'll go ahead and Pete. I didn't mean to cut you off. And I got cut out of the screen. The cat cut out of the screen too. Yeah. So from the Riveras and the Murph family, the Murphys, hope everybody have a happy Halloween.
Yeah.
And
Happy Halloween, everybody.
to Roll the Dice with Dave, but have a fun and safe Halloween